These days, we all get what feels like a million emails a minute, and so management of email has become quite a skill. To make things as manageable as possible, I suggest using your inbox for things you still need to action. Then create subfolders for each major client or project you work on. As you complete an action, file the email in the relevant folder, and that way you can quickly refer back to anything you need in a specific project, and your inbox stays relatively clear and very action focused. Now, when people send emails, I see a lot of more junior people saving their emails up and pressing send at the end of the day. I don't know, this might be to try and show you that they were there until 9 p.m. or to make sure they don't get a reply that day, to sort of have closure on the day. However, don't do this. Consistently sending out emails right at the end of the day or after normal working hours results in two perceptions. First, people see it as fine to email you outside of normal hours, which is a bad habit to get them into if you want a life. And second, people wonder if you can manage your workload within normal working hours. Clients may start asking you about resourcing levels, and internal stakeholders might start to think that you're slow to get stuff done or that you're struggling to cope. The other thing to keep in mind is that the faster you reply to someone, generally the lower their expectation. If it takes you 2 weeks to reply about an idea for an additional tactic, then people may well expect it to be fully thought through and costed and come with a lot of detail. Whereas a reply within an hour or two may mean you only need to provide a very top line summary and perhaps an overarching cost range. Obviously you need to use your judgment here, but it's very rare that sitting on an email is the right thing to do. The one exception is emotionally charged emails. If someone has upset you, frustrated you, or provoked you in any way on email, don't reply straight away. Make a cup of tea, take a walk, go for lunch, or do something else, but don't reply until you're happy you're going to reply in the most constructive way possible. Regardless of what the sender intended, it does you no good to send a rash, emotionally driven instant reply. The final thing I'd suggest, and it might sound very obvious, but is to make sure you read your emails back before you send them. This isn't just about typos or mistakes. This is about ensuring your email really communicates as effectively and clearly as possible. Make sure there's no possible way your email can be misunderstood by the recipient or taken out of context. And what this will do is it will save you lots of time in the long run. And keep in mind that people's impressions about you are heavily influenced by what they see from you on email because it's such an intrinsic part of what we do today. For more information on the specific skills that will help you work more effectively with other people, check out the rest of the videos in this section and subscribe to make sure you have access to the latest content.